Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the financial mysteries hidden in plain sight. Today, we're diving into a filing from SELLAS Life Sciences Group Inc. And let's just say they've been busy making some interesting moves since the ball dropped on 2026. Alright, so what we have here is something called a Form 8. Think of it as a company's way of telling the world about important stuff that has just happened outside of their regular financial check. In this particular report from SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated, filed in early January 2026, is giving us a snapshot of their financial health and some recent dealings. The earliest event they're reporting on is the 7th of January 2026. This is right at the start of the year, so it is a fresh look at how things are shaping up. The company itself is SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated. They're based in Delaware, and their stock, the common stock, is traded on the Nasdaq stock market, LLC, under the ticker symbol SLS. Now, let's get to the juicy part of these filings, the financials, or at least what they're telling us about them. Companies have to be somewhat transparent about their money, and this 8K gives us a couple of key numbers to chew on. First up, they're reporting on their cash situation. As of the very end of 2025, the 31st of December to be exact, SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated estimates their cash and cash equivalents, which is basically the money they have readily available, was around $71.8 million. Now, they're quick to point out this is preliminary and unaudited. That means it is not the final number and could change a bit after they do all their official accounting checks. But it gives us a ballpark figure of their financial firepower. Then, something interesting happened just after the year ended. SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated received approximately $26.5 million from people exercising their common stock warrants. Think of warrants as options that allow someone to buy a company's stock at a set price. When those warrants are exercised, the company gets cash. So, this is a pretty significant influx of money that came in very early in 2026. And as of the 7th of January of this new year, 2026, they had about 170.3 million shares of their common stock out there in the market. This number is important because it helps us understand how much of the company is owned by investors, and it is a baseline for things like earnings per share. Finally, the filing wraps up with the exhibits, which are basically the supporting documents. The main one here is Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically a standardized data file that makes it easier for computers to read and process the information in the report. So, what is the story here? SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated is starting off 2026 with a solid chunk of cash, over $71 million, and they've just boosted that by another $26.5 million from warrant exercises. This suggests that investors still believe in the company's future and are willing to put more money in. It is a positive sign for their ability to fund operations, research, and development, which is crucial for any life sciences company. However, the fact that they're emphasizing the preliminary nature of the cash balance is something to keep an eye on. While it is normal for year-end numbers to be finalized, it does mean there is room for fluctuation, though usually not dramatic shifts for cash on hand, unless there is a major unreported transaction. More importantly, the 170 million outstanding shares is a key figure. If the company grows and its profits increase, that number of shares is what we divide those profits by to get earnings per share. A higher number of shares generally means lower earnings per share, all else being equal, looking at the company's direction. This filing paints a picture of a company actively managing its finances and potentially preparing for growth or significant investment. The cash raise from warrants is particularly encouraging. It implies that the market sees value in their stock options, which can be a strong indicator of investor confidence for SELLAS. This financial positioning is likely intended to support their ongoing efforts in developing and bringing new life science products to market. The main risk here, as with many early-stage life sciences companies, is the inherent uncertainty in drug development and market adoption. While they have cash, the long road from research to a commercially successful product is fraught with challenges. The numbers here are a snapshot of their financial breathing room, not necessarily a prediction of a successful product launch. In conclusion, SELLAS Life Sciences Group Incorporated is showing a strong cash position and has recently seen a boost from warrant exercises. This is good news for their operational capacity. However, investors should always remember that these figures are just one piece of the puzzle. We'll be watching to see how they deploy this capital and what their next financial reports show. Alright, that is our quick decode of the SELLAS Life Sciences Group Inc. filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description to join the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.